Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Jianu, Pakhair Ragale, Ni Hao, Chunashume, Washmale, Ohio Gozaimas, Guten Morgen, Hola, Bonjour, Privyet, Kaifahal, and a very amazing Khush Ahmadi to everybody who's tuned into PTV World and are watching World this morning, alongside the very pretty Mariam Shahzad and Shahzad Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rise and shine, wake and bake, get up, be more focused about your goals. Well, as a matter of fact, it's Friday today, and it's going to be a weekend after Friday, obviously. So people might or probably are planning to go out with their kids or family to just entertain themselves. And the only reason why I'm not letting Mariam speak today, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the fact that she actually steals all my lines, which I plan to say or to deliver to all of you guys. But let her give a chance. Hello, Mariam. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and I hope you guys are doing very good. Good morning and Juma Mubarak to everyone. And even if he has said this before, so I'm going to say it again because that will have a more impact on you guys. So rise and shine, wake and bake, and I hope you have your teas and coffees ready to start your day with us, me and Shahzad.
Well, we definitely do not have our teas and coffees ready, but we do have mugs today, ladies and gentlemen, to share with you guys. But other than that, let's take a look at what's happening all around the globe. Top stories coming up. Good morning.
Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi has said that China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and the Belt and Road Initiative will benefit the region and world at large for decades and millenniums to come.
Balloting for successful Hajj applications under government scheme will be held today. 3,74,839 applications has been received under government Hajj scheme.
Book launch ceremony of the new book by famous author Tariq Ismail Sagar titled Separatist Movements in India took place in Islamabad under the auspices of the Muslim Institute.
Traditional Japanese doll maker Kuegetsu has unveiled dolls of German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President Emmanuel Macron ahead of the country's Girls' Day celebrations dedicated to the health and happiness of girls. Wow, good idea to raise awareness too.
Pakistan beat New Zealand by 48 runs in the second T20 at Auckland to level the three-match series 1-1.
Wow, well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these were the top stories, and this is what's actually going on all around the globe. Well, not certainly everything, but just the gist of it. We actually try to pick up one news from entertainment, one from sports, and today I think the one which we actually picked up from sports was going to lead the show too as well. Now, as a matter of fact, we have witnessed that there was one-day international between Pakistan and New Zealand, and then there were these T20s as well, and then this hockey 11s going on too as well. But as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, when we work as channels, when we have this platform, we are not working all alone. As a matter of fact, what I'm trying to convey over here is that we do have sponsors, we do have people who actually support our content, and just because of them, we can actually run all of these channels and pay the bills and then salaries and whatnot. So PTV Sports is one of those channels which has got the maximum viewership in terms of sports, and uh, otherwise even because over here in PTV we are even thinking of moving on towards PTV Sports 2 or launching another channel, and it has only been possible because of you guys first of all, and then the sponsors that we had. Now, for all those people who have been witnessing all of these things on PTV Sports, well, we certainly were able to get on air this content because of the fact that we had a very amazing sponsor with us, and the sponsor is and will be for the time to come PTCL, and somebody over here from PTCL is here to represent the organization, and we are going to ask about what's happening, because as a matter of fact they've got the largest user base, and then broadband, and then copper wires, and then fiber optics and whatnot, then iFlix. So there are too many services, and since 1947 this company has been actually working for the development of Pakistan, and that's where we are. So on my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, we've been joined by somebody very amazing, very young, does not actually look that he has been holding such amazing and important positions. So I'm going to read it out because the introduction is very long. So he's the Chief Commercial Officer of PTCL. It's the Pakistan's largest ICT and broadband company. Well, he has held technology, marketing, and strategy leadership positions in different industry verticals, founded two companies, current role as Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer. He's none other than Mr. Adnan Shahid. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum assalam ji. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me over. It's great to be on your show.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining us. But ladies and gentlemen, today we do even have a surprise. We are actually opening up our hotline, so everybody who actually
Yes.
wanted to dial the number and make a complaint to the PTCL office, what you can do is that you can call in and you can talk to Mr. Adnan right here, right now. So the number is 051-920-6541. Once again, 051-920-6541. And if there's anybody who wants to call from outside the country, because we definitely, I love to say that, we go out in
Yeah.
46 different countries. So what you have to do is that you have to dial 0092, this is the country code, then 51 is the city code, and 920-6541. Now let's get the conversation started.
Just a minor correction.
Yeah.
The helpline for complaints is 1218. So
All right, so do not call to complain in, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it was just me being on the lighter note as well, or on the lighter side. But let's get the conversation started. First of all, thank you very much and congratulations for being a partner in the T20 series as well, and then in the One-Day Internationals, and then the Hockey 11. Why do you think that PTV Sports was the best platform to actually share all of what you had?
the basic fact that PTCL has been connecting the nation for last 70 years. We are one of the few companies like PTV that takes a lot of pride in saying that our company's name starts with the P for Pakistan.
Yeah.
And we reach out to every segment of Pakistani society and community. Similarly, sports is something that unites the country, cricket especially, and then hockey being the national sport also. So we always look for partners that have similar reach and similar following across.
Right.
And PTV Sports comes out as a natural ally, a natural channel and a platform where we can partner and advertise on that particular platform.
All right.
Right.
Amazing that is, but quite a lot of people before coming to watch the show, even last time when we were preparing and we were rehearsing. So when I was in conversation with my father, he actually asked me that, is it still a government organization who holds a majority of the shares? So what's going on? Is PTCL a private organization now?
It's a interesting governance structure. So yes, we were privatized. Approximately 26% shares were privatized with management control to Etihad.
Okay.
Government of Pakistan still holds approximately about 62% shares, and the remaining are with people of Pakistan. So we are listed at the stock exchange also. So a common man is also a shareholder to the company. So we have a governance structure where we work independently, and we try to come up with all latest technologies and services and keep serving the country.
Exactly, and I will definitely fall into the category where I want to talk about the services. But first things first, I take pride in PTCL being a very profitable organization too as well. And then there are other government or institutions which are not actually able to make such amazing profits or to evolve with technology with the passage of time. So is it because of the administrational change, or is it because of the fact that people over here within the organization are well-trained, well-equipped, or you invest on them too?
Dekhi, we are a large organization,
Yeah.
and we are a very old organization. So at the same time, we try to keep abreast with latest technologies, latest trends, and keep bringing them up. So for us, it's like we are a 70-year-old young company, which is strong by almost 16,000 employees who are serving our company. And what we try to do is be competitive to the market and remain, the service of choice with bringing services that the customers wanted.
All right.
We started with a landline company, so that's what everybody used to know. But over a period of time, our journey has been from a landline to broadband internet, fixed wireless broadband, and even going all the way to TV services. And in between, not to mention out our two wholly owned subsidiaries, Uphone.
Yeah.
So we have cellular service, and Ubank that's there to connect or bank the unbanked population through microfinance.
Amazing.
Oh, that is lovely. So, PTCL has progressed throughout because we have very less complaint at home also about what we do have PTCL. But what more initiatives have PTCL taken in regard of, you know,
For example, do you think that we can actually expect Netflix coming to Pakistan? Because
yes.
iFlix, yes, it's there, but people do complain about the content that, or HD channels, or PTCL Smart TV.
Content plays an important role in internet consumption. So we have seen in last about 18 months or so, the hockey stick growth that we see in our data consumption is primarily because of content.
Okay.
And content comes from YouTube, it comes from Facebook videos. At the same time, a lot of people are going to platforms like iFlix and Netflix and all other flixes around there
Right.
to consume the content that they need. We already have an iFlix service out, so we are happy to offer it to all our internet customers with service of 2 Mbps and above and smart TV. We already have a technical collaboration with Netflix, which means that with the technical pairing and hosting of Netflix caches in our network, we can offer a preferred or a better experience on Netflix. But I won't, spill the beans here, but there are plans to bring more content, more partnerships. And inshallah, very soon we will be making announcements on the content side also.
Wow, amazing.
Right.
That is, and talking about content, ladies and gentlemen, since I'm a person from television, I've been doing television, I've been doing dramas too as well. So, for example, as we see that Netflix originals, so do you think that in days to come we're going to see iFlix originals too as well? Do you think that you're actually going to hire a team who's actually going to be more focused on productions of content?
Dikiji, iFlix, I think this would be something that iFlix team can answer better if they would be in business of producing their own content.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been in touch with Netflix, and yes, Netflix focus is on Netflix originals and their content. iFlix is an aggregator of bringing all the content together. At PTCL, we are supporting a lot of content that is being generated locally in Pakistan.
Right.
But our primary strength is in distribution of that content.
Okay.
So what we try to do is that every new Pakistani movie that comes through, or a new TV show that's there, or there is some producer that has content and wants to have a service where they can launch it out, we will offer IPTV or our smart TV platform for that to be distributed across.
Right.
So we are trying to be the preferred choice of distribution of content in Pakistan, and our focus is on Pakistani original content to be generated, and then we should be able to distribute it.
That's like
That's
true
lovely.
Pakistani and a patriot too as well. But over here at this point of time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share a few figures too as well, because to me, these figures are very they attract you because of the fact that there are such larger numbers. For example, let's start from this statement: serving customers all across Pakistan. I think this is one thing very amazing. Then 35,000 kilometers of fiber and 600 kilometers of copper cable network. Then PTCL has 16K employees, which means 16,000. Customer base of 2.4 million landline users. Then 1.4 million broadband users, 500,000 EVO users, 800,000 wireless devices. Now let's start working one by one. Let's start from 35,000 kilometers of fiber optics and the difference between copper and then fiber optic.
See, I think just taking back, I think some of these numbers, yes, they come out on the 1.4 million broadband users. We take a lot of pride in saying that we are not connecting individuals, we connect a household.
Very nice.
So we are in 1.4 million households where people are using our internet services, and on average we can say a household is about 6 people using that particular service across on this one. Coming to your question on fiber and then copper and going forward. So the way our network is designed is that the backbone is obviously fiber. So we carry traffic not for ourselves also, but for other mobile operators, other ISPs, and across Pakistan. We have submarine cables taking the internet traffic out of Pakistan and connecting it to the rest of the world. So starting from your home all the way to the internet gateway, then beyond and connecting the world, PTCL has the infrastructure to connect the length and breadth of Pakistan.
Wow.
What we have also witnessed over a period of time is that and you were mentioning content, that people now, or the customers today, want high speed internet.
Yeah.
So your YouTube video does not buffer, or you're able to watch your re-recording on a program and stuff. So traditionally what started as a, if you remember, there was a dial-up modem with all sorts of noise coming
Yeah.
in, and it was to connect at 9.6 kilobits, and then it went up to 56K.
Yeah.
And today we offer, 1 Mbps and 2 Mbps and 4. The fact of the matter is that people want 10 Mbps, 20 Mbps for gaming, for content and stuff.
Right.
We have initiated a massive transformation project where we are going to almost 100 localities and locations and upgrading our network end to end, which means that after the upgrade, people will be able to receive at their doorstep minimum 20 Mbps going forward.
Sorry.
And this is not just a concept on a drawing board or a discussion at boardroom. I'm happy to share with you that we started this off in 2016 as a pilot in Gujranwala.
Yeah.
And by December 2017, we have rolled it out to 30 such places in different cities. So I think the customers have to bear with us because it requires digging and replacing wherever required with copper or fiber, and then making sure that we bring the network close to people, which is reliable, resilient, and can offer high-speed services.
That's great too as
lovely.
well. And as a matter of fact, I think what we need to ask is that how do you actually keep a check on the needs of communication services or the industry itself? But before we do that, we do have a live caller with us. Let's see what do we have in the box. So we have been joined by Aisha from Rawalpindi. Let's see what she has to say. Hello Aisha, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. I am fine. How are you, Shizad?
Aisha, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you, Shizad?
Absolutely perfect. How are you?
I am fine. I'm a big fan of your show is really good.
Thank you very much. I just have to actually, can you hold on for a second? Can Mr. Producer actually raise the volume of the speaker we have in the studio so that we
Yeah, I
can
can
hear her
hear.
properly? All right, now Aisha, do you want to ask anything or you just wanted to call in and say that, we were doing a great job?
No. I want to ask from your guest.
Yeah?
Just because I really want to talk to him. I want to ask about why we choose PDCL over other telecommunication networks.
All right. Sorry, can you
Yeah.
please come again? Did you get it?
Why we choose PDCL over other telecommunication networks.
So what she's trying to say is why is PTCL speed slower than other communication networks?
No.
No?
No, I want to ask why we choose PDCL over other telecommunication networks. Why
did
we
choose
give
PTCL over
priority
other
to PDCL.
All right, I think I can answer that. This is not a question for him. Thank you very much, Aisha, for calling in. Thank you very much. This is definitely a hotline question. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, saying that why we would choose PTCL over any other communication service is first of all because of the fact which Mr. Adnan very correctly said that the P actually stands for Pakistan.
Yeah.
So when when it is PTV, when it's PTCL, when it's any other government institution, we definitely give them the first ever priority to be partners and to work together, because I think this synergy actually projects the soft image of Pakistan as well, that the government institutions, when they work together, or semi-government institutions, they work together, they're definitely working towards the development of the
we
country.
The
partly
privatized, previously government and now privatized institutions are there.
Yes.
We still take a lot of pride in working across and making a difference.
Exactly, and then other than that, Zabe, whoever pays the money, we are fine with that too. But thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for calling in. You were saying something.
Oh yeah, I was saying that we partly chose PTCL all because of all of that, but but because it is very good and we hardly have any complaint. If you guys have any complaint, you can dial 1218. Or I think there's a user message that you can actually message and a person would come up.
Actually, what we are trying to encourage our customers is to dial only 1218 as single helpline. We have invested in a state-of-the-art customer relationship management software where your call is logged. We would like to keep a tag on this thing and assign resources to go and fix it out.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, we would encourage that whenever you have a fault, the best way to contact us is on a free helpline 1218 from your mobile number or your landline, and log in a complaint 24/7 on it.
That is
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not actually exaggerating. Certainly, since I'm a user of PTCL myself at my home too and at my residence, so whenever we have actually made a complaint, I'll tell you that in the next half an hour or in the next 50 minutes, actually, I'll get the guy who's at my home. He's checking up devices. They install the Wi-Fi devices for free too as well. And the office of the PTCL is actually in F11, and I live in E11, so that might be one point. But other than that, when the guy actually leaves, we get a call too as well, and they ask you whether the complaint has been sorted or not. So I think in terms of services, the industry is just getting better and better. But as a matter of fact, with the passage of time, that the needs of the people with related to the communication setup is actually getting higher and higher, and the expectations are getting higher and higher. So what kind of R&D are we working on over here to bring in the latest technology?
Ji, I think you're absolutely right. Customer expectations are increasing. Their dependence on internet is increasing. So pehle ye hota tha ki if your internet was out of service for a day or so, it was okay. But today, if you can miss your best or favorite program on TV, or your assignment cannot be done if internet is not available. So there's a lot of critical element that has come across, which kind of pushes us to the limit to make sure that we can keep offering better services. And as I mentioned, the transformation that we are doing in our network, making sure that we can now upgrade our network to be resilient and reliable and offer high-speed services, is one part of it. The other element is understanding what the customers need. And as I mentioned, what we can see is content is becoming big. We have already done a lot of content partnerships. Our TV service is going digital. One major thing was that we have also observed the TV viewing habits have changed. So previously the whole family would sit in a lounge, and there would be one TV in the house, and everybody would watch that one channel that is being served there. Today the kid may like to watch PTV Sports, mom may like to watch PTV Entertainment, the dad may like to watch PTV News, and all have the same time across on this one. And then everybody has a personal device also. So you can have your TV, you may have your iPad, the other person may have
just
his...
the phone.
You have just the phone. So what we have taken is we have taken our TV service mobile. So now it's in the form of an app. So all 100+ channels, the rewind feature, the catch-up TV, the videos on rain, everything is on smart TVs on your mobile. And wherever you are all across Pakistan, we have not restricted it that you have to be on a PTCL network to use it. So any internet connection, wherever you are, you can use it across. And that's the type of thing that we are seeing. We see that especially when there's a cricket match taking place, everybody is on their mobile. But rather than going and looking at a textual scoreboard, they like to watch the match then and there. Or if they are in office and they want to see your morning show, they can always open up their mobile and watch it there.
Certainly. And since we are about to wrap up the segment, ladies and gentlemen, so before leaving, the only last thing which I want to ask, and that is that since you have got 500K plus Evo users and then wireless devices everywhere in the houses too. So there are other companies when, for example, the airbags don't work, they publish a commercial and they say come and get it changed for free too as well. After how many years do you think that we actually need to change our wireless devices or our Evo devices, or do you think there is a need for that or no, so that we can certainly go about that as well? Because people, majority of the time, I think the complaint might be with the box itself, not with the service provider.
I think with technology also changing, it's not just the device itself, the technology changes. We are currently running a campaign that if you had our old Evo device, you can bring in and you can get it swapped for the latest Chargy, which is an LTE device. So obviously we need to keep pace with whatever is coming across. So that needs to go on an ongoing basis. So there's no set time, every 6 months you change your device. So it's not like a car that, there's a regular maintenance required. But similarly on your home end also, if the device, you upgrade your iPhone or your Samsung or your laptop, and it's communicating with a Wi-Fi device that's on your home, you need to make sure it's compatible and it can talk to each other. Otherwise, you will experience a slower speed, and this may not be just a network issue. It may just be how the two devices talk to each other. And what we try to do is that, whenever we identify such things, we would like to proactively, in some cases, when reported by the customers, change them or replace them as and when needed.
Well, that's just great, ladies and gentlemen, but I definitely need to give this breaking news away too as well. Well, I have not been permitted to do that, but certainly we are waiting for Netflix. And since, they are talking, well, they haven't made it official so far, But I just want to say that Netflix will be coming to Pakistan too as
The
well.
Netflix is already here. Ji.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so you can go to netflix.com/PTCL. So that page and everything is live. We are already, you know, partnering with them to offer you good experience. The whole thing is that, you know, when we talk about Netflix or any other content provider, the first thing is that you bring them in and you partner with them and you
Right.
make sure that the service runs fine.
Yeah.
But then you have to work to the next step.
Exactly.
And I think what we want to do is take this partnership with Netflix to the next step and bring in more interesting things for our customers and enjoy all the world-class quality content that they want to enjoy.
That'll be great. Thank you
Right.
very much, Mr. Adnan, for being
Thank
with us.
you.
Thank you
guys
very
are
much.
definitely
Thank you
doing
very
a great
much.
job. Please make sure that you keep on doing that too as well. And certainly keep on supporting our content. Thank you very
Yes.
much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Mr. Adnan, and we were talking about PTCL and what we have gained in those 70 years since 1947 when Pakistan came into being. The organization has actually been connecting homes. That's what they said. And it's just because of them that you can actually live stream us. Our live stream web address is www.ptv.world.ptv.com.pk, world.ptv.com.pk. It's after every news bulletin as well. You can live stream us, and it's because of the fact that these companies over here are working day and night to make it possible. And now, before going towards the break, I'll wrap it like this, that all of that content which we produce online is actually, it comes to you because of the fact that there are these broadband services and you can do that. And this is what we're going to do in the next segment. We've got a rapper coming up. He's going to share his content with us, and then PTC is actually going to provide it to your doorstep. Let's go towards a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PT while you watching World this morning alongside Mariam and Shazad. Earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we were in conversation with Mr. Adnan, who was representing PTCL over here on the show. And he told us quite a lot of good things. And in near future, I think we need to keep an eye on PTCL and all of these things which they are bringing in. So I think that was great. But other than that, Now we have actually been joined by somebody who's actually known as ghostwriter, and he's not going to be a ghost anymore because he's over here on the show. And this is what we keep on reiterating, that this platform is actually for newer talents, for anybody who wants to share something which they think is very unique with them. They can definitely write to us, and then we can definitely call them on the show. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Mr. Umar Farooq, who's a rap lyricist, and he writes rap lyrics in English too. His name is Ghostwriter. Hello, Umar. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm great.
Thank you very much for joining us, and I've read quite a lot of what you have actually written. It is superb. It's well in sync as well, and
I'm honored.
it's not even hard to actually sync it over the music too as well. But as a matter of fact, Umar, why did you actually started doing all of this?
Ever since I was a kid, like 3 to 4 years back, I felt like I'm, trying to recreate something in a way that it's gonna represent the people. Back in the school days, my teacher used to scold my friends out there for doing something that was not appropriate. So I had this feeling inside me to just go out and bash the teacher. So ever since then, I had this feeling inside me to represent someone who does not have a voice.
Nope.
Actually, who's someone who's being inflicted to pain or something. But
All right, and so far you've actually written lyrics for 3 songs, right? Is that
Exactly,
correct?
exactly.
And in that short time period, Lazarus, actually he's been on the show too. He's one of the very amazing rappers in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciated the type of work he's been doing. How do you feel about that?
Lazarus' work is dope. I mean, the work he does, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great, and the way he connects his words, similar to Eminem's work. And he's creating something with D12. It's called No Parachute, but his lyrics are great.
So you rap. It's a very different genre. So define what is rap. Like you said, it's like a voice for people who are cannot say anything.
Who are the oppressed? Who are
So how is it
actually the
different
oppressed?
from the different all the other genres like hip hop, rap, and everything?
Hip hop and rap are actually similar. It's when compared to pop, jazz, or something, it's something on a lighter note. But rap it's a message you convey to the people,
Right.
for the people.
Right.
So
By the people, thank God you
by the
didn't say
people,
it. Yeah,
not similar to democracy, but
yeah.
So since you write rap, so why don't you rap like?
I feel like I don't want to be on the big stage, but I want to be behind someone who's on the big stage. So
So then imagine that, for example, for all of those lyrics which you've written yourself and are actually being sung or rapped by somebody else, do you think that they can actually make sure that the notion or the sentiment which you wanted to share will be there in their voice too as well?
I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do feel like that there might be a need for me to rap.
So can we do
in
that
near
right now?
future. Not right now. I'm not.
All right,
not
so I
practiced
think,
yet.
ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to take a chance. Well, I definitely do not know, the tempo of it or how he wrote it, but I'm going to read it out to you guys because he did a great job, and this is why he's here. So let me get started, and they're long. All right.
Let's do bits.
Do rap something about departure. I wrote it recently. I'll
No, but
tell
I do
you
not have it, so I've got your writings over
Oh,
here
all
with
right,
me, so
all
I'm
right.
going
Things
to
that
read it
went
out
wrong.
for all those people who are
Things
out there
that
so
went
that they
wrong.
can actually get the
Yeah.
idea. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it goes. Guess who had to be a clerk to support a family of 2? Guess who had to compromise on her prescriptions to pay my dues? Guess who grew up so fast and couldn't realize what he ran into? Yes, it was about me all along, and it was not easy to get the breakthrough. Karma is not generous. I guess everyone has to fight. First you make a living, then you get to low knife. To you, it might just probably be another song. To me, it's a couple of things that went right and a list of things that went wrong. Ma, I remember what you told Dad after he finished his bedtime stories. I remember when you asked him that when he'll quit smoking. I never went to sleep. I was so worried about the next day. Generally, I like keeping things to myself, especially when it comes to my family and everyone else. But it's been so long that I've stuck to these regrets. So tonight, I'm writing this down and taking off this stress. Wow, man. I mean, certainly, these writings are just cool. I might not be able to do justice with it because of the fact that I didn't write them myself. So whenever I write, I rap too. Now, in days to come, what type of things do you want to write about? Do you want to write about your personal experiences? Do you want to write about what's going on around in in your surroundings or within the society or with the social fabric of the society?
Lately, I wrote this rap. It's called Departure. I shared it with Lazarus. It's about right after Chester Bennington committed suicide from Lincoln Park. I had this idea to, spread like suicide awareness in a way that I can relate it to my rap.
Yeah.
So
Can you read it out for us? I mean, just a little.
I would love to. It's like a conversation. It's like a telephonic conversation between I and the rap. It's like I am the operator on the receiver end of a suicide hotline,
All right.
and then I receive a call from a 16-year-old. She's a girl, obviously, and she.
Why obviously,
Obviously.
though?
Why though?
She is a girl, so
Yeah.
she is a girl.
She is a girl.
She
so
is a. She
was
can.
fine.
She can be a boy.
She called, right?
Yeah, he can be a boy. She can be a boy.
Yeah.
So
But today these times are very complicated. You never know.
very complicated.
Yeah.
Very complicated.
All right, go ahead.
So I receive a call from her, and she tells me about how she is frustrated with life, and she ends up killing herself by shooting her in her throat. So she raps. I rhyme it all the way long in the conversation, and she ends up killing herself. Then on the second verse, I get this call from a man. He's a 38-year-old, and he poisons himself.
All right.
Eventually.
Okay. So hold on. This is too much poison early in the
This is
morning.
so deep.
Yeah.
So actually,
deep.
I wanted to ask you, you're writing all that, but does it have a message, a positive message coming
does.
out, or do you have any, listenership in Pakistan? Because there are not a lot of people who like rap.
Exactly.
So do you have
Come
an
on. So
audience?
you don't like me rapping?
No, that was very nice, Shazad. I can also rap, but not now.
All right. Go ahead.
So there is a message, of course. That's what I write about. In the end, I want to deliver something, and it's like that. In the departure, when the third verse comes, so I have to spread a message like I compare life and death by relating to what happened in the last two verses.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. So
I mean, for example, the type of music I want to share with people needs to be very positive. For example,
Exactly.
दूर से चमकते हैं कानों में जो डेम डेम माथे की बिंदी से लेके डायमंड रिंग सब ले दूं तुझे हाँ कर दे मुझे तू है मेरी रानी मैं हूँ तेरा प्रिंस charming.
Wow,
See,
Shazad.
so such stuff, and I think that such stuff actually gives you vibe where you feel positive, you feel in a good mood, you're in your zone, yeah, okay, I'm gonna kill it. So as a matter of fact, why don't you write lyrics which are actually which actually convince people to move on the positive side of the life?
that's what my dad said. Like when he listened to what I wrote, he said that there is always a difference between a butterfly and a housefly.
Yeah.
Both have the ability to fly anywhere they want to, but one is beautiful and the other one is ugly. Just because the housefly chooses to sit on garbage and the butterfly chooses to sit on leaves
Yes.
or flowers. So why don't you just write something that's beautiful and you are recognized by that? Problems are never beautiful, So I have to, the next project I'm writing is called RANT. Regrets are never told. It's an acronym of that, RANT. And I'm willing to visit an old age, an orphanage, prison too, Adiala jail.
Right.
I've got permission for that. And I just want to listen to what people want to say and relate it to my rap and just provide a message to the people who are not in that thing or not in that thing to feel what it's like to be in that thing. So that's what I want. I don't want to convince people in any way by writing beautiful stuff or creating club music so that they can dance to beats on weekends. I don't want that.
No,
All
the
right.
thing is
That's
like
what everyone does.
Yeah.
Right, but like Eminem, he's a rapper too, but he tells his story about his life in a very positive way.
in a very positive way.
Yeah, but still you can actually relate to it. Not that, you know, it is deep. But then again, you can actually relate to few of the things what he's saying. And
Exactly, that's what it is. Life actually
Do we
is
have a
same for
housefly?
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh God, we got
And
a
we have
house
fake
fly.
flowers. All right, go ahead.
So, nee, that's what it is. Oh
See?
God, I'm no
The housefly's
garbage.
there, man.
I'm no garbage.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
So, I can't be compared to Eminem in any way, but the genre is the same, almost the same, like Kendrick Lamar or what it is like the other rappers.
I'm sorry
God
for
damn
this
it.
one, bro.
Nah, it's totally fine.
Well, it's not in our
I'm
control.
used to this.
Yeah.
So,
I think, but you know, what I would love to say over here is that definitely, you know, problems are not very cool, but problems actually become your strength.
they
too
must
as
be
well.
highlighted.
Yeah, they must be highlighted. We need to speak about that. We need to talk about all of those taboos within our society and
Exactly.
stigmas.
Stigmas, yes.
This is what we need to do. So keep on focusing on what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You know, the way you write and, you know, all of these things are fabulous. I've been going through that.
Thank
but
you.
for the next time, please make sure that you do not send in your writing to somebody else because they can take advantage of that. All
Yeah.
right? So this is
All
one
right.
thing which I need to tell you and get it copyrighted too. Thank you very much, Umar,
Thank
for
you.
being with us.
Thank
It was
you. It means
lovely
great.
to have you
It
and
feels
to
great.
share your talent. And the very first ever song, whoever sings it or whoever raps it, do let us know. We'll have him on the show too as well. And you,
I hope you know Adil Umar and Osama Komlode.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Let it be a surprise. Then.
All right, so you know, we do still have time, ladies and gentlemen, before they release the song. So we're going to talk about that. Then, best of luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir.
And for all those people who are out there, you can write to us on our Facebook
No,
fan page.
we have a very small public message.
Yeah, go ahead.
And there's, it's linked to what we were talking about. So people who were going through something, or going through some pain or some, you know,
Agony.
Emotion or anything. So you really need to talk it out. And if you cannot talk it out, write it to someone, but in a very positive way. Not, you don't have to keep a grudge. Just, you know, it's
Just
better
talk
to,
it out.
Yes,
Just say it.
call
Whether
a friend
it's right
or,
or
you know,
wrong, just say it to anybody.
you just have to tell that person that whether you're right or wrong, don't keep a grudge, or, you know, you don't have to keep it inside and build anger.
Yeah.
So it's better to, you know, like he's rightly said, it's all the taboos and stigmas. It's better to just,
Yeah, so the first person you see, just throw it on his face, but don't do
not
that.
the first person you see, you have to find the right person and then you throw it on his face.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of,
Well, this morning.
on Twitter,
Well, this morning without a G.
on Daily Motion and YouTube.
Well, this morning.
And the fabulous repeat's going to be at.
11:05 p.m.
Till the next time, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3. Good morning.